Hey guys, how's it going? Toby here. So this week we're kind of going back to our roots a little bit, and we're going to be taking a look at arguably one of the most popular JRPG franchise of all time, and that being Final Fantasy. So with Final Fantasy being released on the 29th, I believe it is, I felt it was relevant to take a look at their latest game. So let's jump into this. So back in the summer of 2016, we actually saw a decent amount of Final Fantasy, with Square Enix actually showing some different demos to try and show off all the combat styles, which we'll actually get into later on, and as well as the different beastly monsters, and to give people the chance to finally ride a chocobo. Now, speaking on a personal level, I actually have never played a Final Fantasy game. Cue the fuck ton of haters. But back then, back in the old days, they didn't really appeal to me. I wasn't really interested in gaming as I am now. But now I really am into gaming, evidently. Fuck me, do I really want to play this game. Like, holy shit, does it look good. Like, as a result, I'm tempted just to go buy it outright. I would pre-order it, but as we've seen this year with pre-orders, not really the best idea, is it? But I'm definitely getting this game full stop. Moving on to the world in which the game is set in, this time we are set in Eos, which does actually kind of look a bit like Earth. Well, you know, without the big fuck off monsters trying to kill you, and the flying car, which is pretty fucking awesome, you gotta admit. Putting that aside, the game does look absolutely gorgeous, with Square Enix putting out another stunning game from nowhere. I mean, look at a preview we did earlier this year on Nier Automata, and how good that game looked, and now looking at a game that's kind of similar to an extent, it looks just as beautiful. So looking at the footage on screen now, it kind of gives us an idea of how big the world of Eos actually is. But there is one thing on my mind which I'm pretty sure gamers out there, such as myself, will absolutely hate, and that's the fucking loading screens. For example, looking at a game like Skyrim, which if you click the link on screen now, you can take a look for yourselves. I've been doing a little let's play on it, so go check it out. But there is a fuck ton of loading screens. Granted, the world is actually pretty big, and there is a lot to load, but it still fucking drives me mad. It ruins the feel and the tempo of the game. So what I really want to know is, well, will there be a large amount of loading screens like in Skyrim, or will it all be somehow interconnected as one big fuck off map? Taking a look at the combat system and the previous Final Fantasy games, you can really see how much the game has adapted and evolved to the gaming industry and gaming technology. For example, back in the good old days where most games used a turn-based combat style, which, to be honest, took their time to get used to, but fucking hell was it good. Those, honestly, were the sort of style of games, but like back in the old days, technology wasn't really as advanced as it is now, so looking at PS2 and PS1 in particular, the consoles could only handle certain amounts of power. So that, honestly, was the best system to use back in those days, to get the best out of those consoles. But as the years have flown by, and as gaming technology has grown and grown even more, we can now start to finally use live action based combat, which, fuck me, does it look good, and it is admittedly a little bit harder to use. Listen, it's up to debate what combat styles you guys prefer. Personally, I think live combat style is the way to go, but let me know down below in the comments which style you guys actually prefer. Tactical with turn-based combat, or would you guys prefer the more technological and definitely more beautiful and live action based combat style? Let me know down below, because I'm actually intrigued to what you guys prefer. One thing that we did actually get to see more recently, and that's the ability to link up and switch with other players that we roam around with. Ironically and coincidentally, it's called Link Combat, and oh my fucking god, does it look good. So far, I've seen someone shooting a monster, only for Noctis, our main geezer, to switch in and fuck him up with the all-important kill. Honestly guys, it does look pretty fucking awesome. Finally, we get to see some of the big fuck-off monsters like Leviathan even, which looks absolutely fucking beastly, and other summons which vary from being slightly cute to actually nah, fuck that kind of level. So, to start off with, we have Carbuncle, which makes his, yes, it's a he apparently, makes his debut since Final Fantasy V in the Platinum demo. And then we have the big boy Titan, who controls the very earth you walk on, having the ability to rip it up underneath you and fuck you up. Thirdly, we have Rama, I think it's pronounced, which kind of looks like a giant Merlin sort of guy. He has the power of lightning, like a giant big fuck off 4. He can basically mess people over with thunderstorms and stuff like that. Finally, getting to the big boy, that is the Leviathan. Leviathan in this world is kind of the king of the sea and can summon like huge tsunamis, which can honestly wipe away the opponents. No pun intended. Or maybe it was. Right, so that's it for this week's first video. Be sure to keep an eye on the channel since there may be another episode of Skyrim coming very, very soon. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this game? Does it appeal to you with the newer and faster style of combat, or do you guys prefer the slower turn-based combat styles? Let me know down below in the comments about that too. And who's your favourite summon? For me, maybe the Titan or the Leviathan. Again, let me know down below or hit us up on our social medias, which will be shown on screen now. Quickly, before we go, one last word. Check down below in the description for links on how to customise your own controllers. If you click that link, I think you guys save around 10%. So, I'm helping you guys design your own controller, which is pretty fucking sweet. That's all from me this week. Don't forget to leave a like, since it really does help us out a ton. Subscribing to our channel is a good idea, since we put content out like this pretty much every single week. If you guys got any suggestions on any previews for me to look at, let me know down below in the comments, or tweet us at Gaming Nocturnal, and I'll certainly look into it. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys next time for another video.